Hi there, everybody. This is Dave Dubeau with another episode of Canadian Profits TV. Slightly different setting today. And I've got my cheat sheet over here on the board so I don't forget to tell you about anything. So for our business breakthrough, I'm actually going to go over this month's brand new issue of Canadian Business Profits newsletter plus the CD. For our real estate tips, we've got a special guest today, my good friend Ken Beaton, talking all about hard money lenders, and this is a question that came up from one of our Canadian Profits TV viewers, so we're going to cover that, and I thought there's nobody better person for that than Ken Beaton. For a Mindset Minute, again talking about some of the different stuff that's going on in the newsletters this month, and wrapping up with a few announcements. So stay tuned for this week's episode. Okay, so for this week's business breakthrough, I'm just going to go quickly through this month's issue of Canadian Business Profits. So March, it just came out, brand spanking new, just sent out the door yesterday. So all of you Canadian Business Profits members should be getting this in your mailbox next week sometime. And you should have gotten already this month's audio CD success interview, which is Banish BDM, Big Dumb Marketing. This is an interview I did with my fellow Glazer Kennedy mastermind member, a good friend of mine, Mike Capuzzi, who is a phenomenal marketer, lots of experience, a very well-known marketer as well, so you'll really enjoy that interview. So for our newsletter this week, lots of great stuff. My starting out article is all about the truth about competition. We've got a great article from Troy White about creating a cult-like following with your copy. So if you're a small business owner writing ads for yourself or sales letters, definitely want to look at that. Larry Cusick, eBay Larry, talking about sourcing merchandise to sell on eBay. We've got the buying mirrors of selling with Albert Koopman. Dan the Man Locke, who we had a phenomenally popular webinar with last month. Rich affiliate, poor affiliate. Geez, I wonder where Dan got that idea. Rich affiliate, poor affiliate. And the most powerful personal discipline in the world, our good friend Michael McLean, had another webinar with him as well, very popular, well attended that one as well. What are I like this one? Never hire a colorblind bomb technician, but what if you do? That's our sassy friend Robin J. Elliott. Balancing Act, Randall Orser, 10 creative ways to borrow or raise money in this economy. We've got Big Bob Molly with 4 things. Oops, sorry, that was the wrong one. Pino Baccinello, 4 things a business purchaser will be looking for when buying a business. Process versus results with Big Bob Molly. Always great articles from Bob. And this he's talking about his experience focusing on the important thing here and now versus the big picture, and what a major difference that made for him in his sports career as well as his sales career. Want to double sales? Double your sales activity with Neil Godden, very sharp marketer, and all sorts of other great stuff in this month's issue of Canadian Business Profits. If you're not currently a member, you can take a trial. Just click on on the banner to the right, the one that says the MMM book offer. You can check that out. All right, hi there everybody. This is Dave Dubeau with Canadian Profits TV. And as you can see by the look of the video, it's a little bit different. We got my good friend Ken Beaton on the video with us. Say hi, Ken. How you doing, my friend?
Hi, everybody.
It's great to have you. For those of you who don't recognize Ken, he is the author with me of this fantastic book, Creative Real Estate Investing for Canadians, which if you don't have it, shame on you. You should get it, and we'll make it easy for you to do that. So, Ken, thank you very much for being on the video today. And our real estate tip for today actually was a question that came in from one of our viewers about hard money lenders. This viewer emailed me asking me questions about that, and I had to tell him, well, I understand it in a theoretical way. I get the whole concept, but to be quite frank, I have never used a hard money lender before, but my good friend Ken has. So instead of trying to, just guesstimate what the heck's going on, I thought I'd go directly to the source, to the expert, and ask you, Ken. So can you tell us a little bit about, first of all, what the heck is a hard money lender?
Well, I guess there's probably 2 levels of hard money lending. The number 1 level would be people think that there's professionals out there like banks or private banks that are lending money, and there are private brokerages out there who will handle people's financial portfolio, and they will actually lend out other people's money, and they'll do the due diligence just like a bank. And those are hard money sources as well. And those individuals will charge anywhere from 8 to 20%. There's really no guideline. It's also called mezzanine financing. There's all kinds of different technical terms for it, but at that, I've never really borrowed money at that level, because I like to go to the second level, which is what I will focus on here, and that's private money. So Dave, we can use you as an example, because everybody knows how wealthy you are and how much free cash you have sitting around. So, if you had a couple
Wish I knew about that.
But I mean, if you had a couple $100,000 sitting in a bank account, or even better yet, if you just had access to a couple $100,000 through a line of credit on the equity in your own personal residence, you could become a hard money lender to me. Even though we're friends, we could be acquaintances, and I could say, Dave, I've got this opportunity where I need to borrow $100,000 for a short period of time, 2 months, just to buy this property. And I'll pay you 8%, 12%, 14%. I don't know. What do you want as a return on this investment, Dave? And if you're using your line of credit, with the bank, you're probably paying 4%. And if I give you 10%, you're making that spread of 6%, correct?
Exactly.
Okay, and actually, in reality, you're making an infinite return on your investment, because it's the bank's money that you are borrowing and then turning around and lending to me. So you become my hard money lender, and it could be a family member, it could be your neighbor, your co-worker, whoever. Anybody with access to a line of credit or cash can be your hard money lender.
So Ken, how do you typically, like when you're doing deals, how do you typically use a hard money lender? Do you get the money for the down payment, or do you get enough money to buy the entire property typically?
I would prefer to get enough money to buy the entire property, even if I have to go to 2 or 3 different sources for the hard money. And the reason being is that when you buy a property way below market value, and I'll use some extreme numbers here just to be extreme, just as an example. So if fair market value for a property is $500,000, and I'm able to pick it up for $300,000 because it needs some lipstick, needs good cleaning and so forth, and it's just a great opportunity. If I go to the bank and borrow the money, they're going to lend me money based on that $300,000 purchase price.
Right.
If I go to the hard money lender, and 1 or 2 of them, and I can get that $300,000 from them, buy the property, hold it for 2 months, clean it up, bring the value up to $500,000, then go to the bank and say, here's this property, I own it, it's worth $500,000, I'd like to finance it based on that $500,000 value at 80%, which means they're going to give me $400,000. I can then give my hard money lenders back their $300,000 plus the 12% or whatever interest rate we have decided on. And that's where a lot of people get hung up on, is they hear 12% interest rate or 14%, they think that's just a ridiculous percentage, and I think I'll pay that any day, because it's only for a couple months, and you have to look at the opportunity that's allowing you to buy.
Oh yeah, exactly. So you're typically using hard money lenders when you find a smoking deal under market value. You need to go in there, get it tied up, get it bought quickly. Now the next question I got for you, Ken, is, so you're talking about 12, 14, 15% return to your hard money lender. Is that typically, because chances are you're not borrowing this money for a full year, are you?
Exactly.
Okay.
No, I have borrowed it for up to a full year at 12%.
Okay.
However, that wasn't my plan on that particular case. I mean, the plan in that case was only 6 months. So you're right. If you're paying out 12%, that works out to be 1% a month, basically. So if you borrow $100,000 over the course of a year, it's going to cost you $12,000. But if you're only using it for 2 months, then it's only $2,000.
Okay, so you're not paying the 12 or the 14% for the deal in itself. It's prorated on a year,
Exactly.
on a yearly, month to month basis there. Okay,
Yeah.
great. Next question I got for you, my friend. Okay, so we talked about talking with our friends, relatives, neighbors, turning people into hard money lenders. That may or may not be challenging. what if we need to get a hard money lender quickly? Where should we look for one?
Well, any good mortgage broker will have a source of hard money lenders. The challenge is that those people will be a little bit more costly because they'll still be charging the 12 or 14% interest, but the lenders will also be charging points on top of that. So they might say, I want 1 point or 2 points. And what that means is that 2 points, for example, is 2%. So if we're borrowing $100,000, they want $2,000 up front plus whatever interest rate you've agreed upon. And then the mortgage broker is going to want to cut as well. And that might be another 1 or 2 points. So it can become very expensive if you go through that source.
But
so
it is a quick one though. If you need something fast, that's a good.
Yeah, exactly. It can be, but then there's a lot more due diligence. I mean, the best thing to do is you never borrow money when you have to borrow it. You get your sources up front, and you negotiate with people. When I find a deal, will you lend me the money? And you get 2 or 3 sources.
Excellent, Ken. Well, thank you very, very much for sharing your wisdom and experience today. For those folks who don't know, Ken Beaton is the president of Fast Track Real Estate. If people want to find out more about you, more about Fast Track Real Estate, what would you like them to do, Ken?
Well, they can actually go to our website, which is fasttrackrealestate.com, or if they want to contact me directly, they're more than welcome to do that. It's ken.beaton@fasttrackrealestate.com.
Excellent.
And by the way, be welcome to answer questions.
I appreciate that very much. And just to let you know, Ken puts on a lot of different training events in and around Edmonton and Calgary on a regular basis. So if you're lucky enough to be around those areas, make sure to check that out. And you can't find a better mentor or trainer than Mr. Ken Beaton. Thanks so much, Ken.
Well, thank you very much, Dave. My pleasure.
All right, I hope you enjoyed that tip with Ken Beaton. It was kind of fun having him come in on Skype and recording that for you. And if you're looking for hard money lenders, that's definitely what to do. Now, what else we got? Well, our issue, this month's issue for March of Canadian Real Estate Profits just got plunked in the mail yesterday as well. So if you're a Canadian Real Estate Profits member, look for this in the next few days. We've got my article here on failing and flopping your way to success. We've got the contest winners from our Facebook fan page contest. 7 things you need to know about real estate joint ventures with Russell Westcott. Getting your financials in order for Client First Rent Own by myself. Annual inspection, what to test for and how with Joanne Beaton. We've got Let Your Expert Do the Job with Mark Loeffler. Real estate is still the smartest investment in 2012. That's Paul Hecht. Barry McGuire, quick claims and foreclosures. Interesting topic there. For my deal magnet marketing, I'm talking about lights, camera, action. Kind of like this, using video in your marketing for your real estate business. Lots of examples of that. Our Real Estate Success of the North article is all about John Simcoe from Fort McMurray. Very, very inspirational story there. Financing and creativity by our good friend, the guy you just spoke to, Ken Beaton, and lots of other great articles in there as well. So if you're not already a member of Canadian Real Estate Profits, I highly suggest that you do become one. So if you're interested in becoming a member of Canadian Real Estate Profits, we've got a brand new product for you this month and a very special offer for you. The product is called Rapid Results Real Estate Cash Machine. That's a mouthful, I know, but it's got lots of great stuff. Again, should have a banner on the right there. Click that, check it all out. That's a phenomenal way. And you'll get signed up and you'll get this month's issue of Canadian Real Estate Profits as well. Thank you very much for tuning in this week to Canadian Real Estate Profits, Canadian Business Profits, the Canadian Profits TV program. And a quick reminder, if you're in British Columbia on the island or the lower mainland, I'm putting on my live workshops, the Canadian Rent to Own 3-Way Payday. I've got 3 events. First one is in Victoria on Tuesday, March the 20th, in Vancouver on Wednesday, March 21st, and in Abbotsford on Thursday, March 22nd. And you can find out all about that. Click on the banner to the right as well, or visit 3waypayday.com. Take care, have a good week, and we'll talk to you next week. Bye-bye.